Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Poke Sue Channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Folks, the Guitar Ladder System is the real deal. I don't have the fanciest production in the world. I've even got, some typeset lessons on the charts. Some charts are handwritten, like what I used to get from Joe Pass and Horace Hatchett when I studied with them. Horace Hatchett, by the way, taught Howard Roberts how to play when he was a young man in Arizona. Howard Roberts went on to form Musicians Institute in North Hollywood, but the Guitar Ladder System is very, very innovative. I teach the subconscious mind. To put it shortly, which is hard for me, when you develop stronger improvisational skills, that's where you really wake up the musical mind, the composer within, the artist within, even great artists like Eric Johnson, who, by the way, is in a class by himself. He even says the same thing. Joe Pass used to say that to me too. If you want to broaden your musical palette and wake up, the artist within, you need to get into chordal improvisation as much as possible. It really wakes up the musical mind. But hey, I just got this yesterday, and you can always. This has tens on it. The great J6s are few and far between, folks. I've been buying and selling, collecting, and playing guitar for over 55 years. Buying and selling, collecting, probably around 45 years. I really know what I'm doing here, folks. That's not an ego trip. I've sold a lot of J6s, and some of them sound really great plugged in, and kind of okay, kind of lifeless unplugged. But they're still a great value. But the really good J6s are really, really hard to find. The ones that play acoustically and sound. I sat here for an hour and a half last night watching some sports, playing this guitar unplugged for an hour and a half, and I just had a blast. It just sounds amazing. I don't know which. I'm just using a Zoom Q3, and it's got tens on it. The pickup's a little loose on here. That needs to be fixed. But this guitar really has a sound. But the great J6s are few and far between. I've sold a lot of them. And I think maybe that might be why the price has come down a little bit with some of them. I think the people that have the really great J6s are just keeping them. I really do. That's the only thing I can figure out. But if you can find a really great J6, especially a J6S like this one, there's a little controversy on the S. Some people say it means solid top. Some people say it could mean sycamore. The thing you want to look for in a great J6, one thing is this side, the soaking patterns. I don't know if you can see that, but there's little patterns called soaking patterns that go across the grain like this. And when you see, they're all over the place. When you see those soaking patterns, that's a really good piece of wood. Whether it's laminate or solid. And by the way, there's a lot of more to solid wood laminate wrap than meets the eye. I mean, there's even like classical guitars with double tops where there's layers of solid wood, which is kind of a laminate approach, right? The Japanese know a lot of secrets about making guitars, even laminate guitars. Laminate can sound unbelievable if done right. And so there's a lot more to the solid wood laminate wrap than meets the eye. But this guitar, plugged into a good tube amp with a couple 12s or 410s or 210s or whatever, sounds like a $6,500 Gibson L5. It just sounds unbelievable. I couldn't believe how good it sounded when I played it the other day when I bought it. And then, like I said, unplugged, it just sounds amazing. I don't know. I don't really like this wood pick guard that much because my fingernails kind of scratch on it. But I mean, somebody can dial this in how they want it. Like I said, the back pickup is a little bit loose when you turn it upside down. I may have somebody look at that. But this guitar has a ton of fret left. It plays amazing, and I'm really gonna miss this. I might even just keep this. I don't know. I actually bought it as a birthday present. I recently turned 65 a couple days ago. And I might just keep this, but it's, if somebody, but that's part of what you pay for me is I spent a lot of time and money, looking for great guitars, and they're not easy to find. And I don't mean this to sound rude, but somebody sent me a very nice message off YouTube today talking about that they said something like, I don't know why people wouldn't buy a guitar from you because you really know what you're doing, yada, yada, yada. I'm not trying to brag, but it really made me feel good that people, are starting to get me more because I bring a lot of experience and knowledge to the table, folks. I've sold millions of dollars of guitars, and I work really hard to find the great ones, and I have the ear and the knowledge to know the good ones from the average ones. But this is really an amazing guitar. But let's do a little bit of free instruction here, so you're not just hearing me rap, right? When you practice scales, try to make a sequence out of them. Maybe vary from a major sounding scale. Go into some maybe color, like diminished or arpeggio. So you kind of train your brain. I kind of call it color shifting, like when you're practicing. Also, like the sequence scales really are good for developing technique, like double triplets. Not just all on one string either, like this guitar is ringing out. It's got tens on it too. Try to maybe be a little intervallic. I'm very unwarmed up. It kind of reminds me of something Steve Howe would do. Or maybe Eric Johnson or something. I made this one little thing up. It kind of reminds me of early Steve Howe. Like I said, I'm very unwarmed up, but I just want to make that point about the. But yeah, this guitar is really nice, But buying a guitar for the cheapest price possible is not the end all of getting a good guitar value. I mean, sure, we all get a little lucky once in a while, but I mean, the great guitars out there, which are few and far between, because they just vary greatly from guitar to guitar. Even Chet Atkins says that, are really, really hard to find. So you got to keep that in mind. Like I said, we all get lucky once in a while and get like a just killer deal. But I've actually had a lot of success paying a little bit more for better stuff, and then people that get me and understand that I know what I'm doing, understand I need to make a little bit of profit on my stuff, but they end up getting a great instrument, which has kind of passed my test, And some stuff is ready to go. Some stuff might need a little bit of dialing in, but I always disclose that anyway. But this guitar has got a really good top. Like I said, there's a little controversy on the J6S. Some people say it has a solid top. Some people say a sycamore top, but it's got a great top. I'll tell you that. And this guitar really has a sound. Like I said, I played it the other day in a tube amp, and it sounded like a $10,000 Gibson L5 or something. A really good one. It's an amazing guitar. And I'm not overselling it. It's just this really has a sound. It might possibly have a changed tailpiece. I don't know. This is an older one, so it's made in Korea. It's an older one, so it could be original. It could be changed. But this is an amazing guitar. I probably should just keep it. But if somebody cool wants it and will work with me, we can work something out. But yeah, try to be more intervallic. As opposed to just right. Or if you're going to do that, practice some sequence scales to build some technique. Or, I think I'll just stop right there for now. But yeah. Yeah, this is really a nice one. not warm. It's always hard to play when you're cold, but I just wanted to show this guitar. It just rings out like a bell. It's got tens on it too, and it sounds amazing. But it sounds great in a solid state or tube amp. But like I said, in a good tube amp with big 6L6s, Jesus, it sounds like a very expensive, good old Gibson L5 or so. This is a lot of guitar. Like I said, the great guitars are few and far between. Ask any player who's been playing for 30 years, he'll tell you. And the great guitars are few and far between. And like I said, the J6s. You don't see as many good ones around online anymore, and if they were really good, they'd put videos of them being played. But I think most of the good ones people are keeping because they vary greatly. Like I said, some of them sound pretty good. Most of them sound pretty good, you know, plugged in, but not as good as the great ones. And some of them sound better unplugged than plugged. But to find the ones that sound really great plugged and unplugged is hard to find. These are hard to find a good one. So, yeah, you know. If you're from, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but if your mentality is more the garage sale mentality, you know, I always tell people don't shop with your wallet. I mean, like I said, we all get lucky once in a while. But my suggestion is don't just buy the cheapest guitar out there. It's not always often it's not the greatest value. Like I said, we all do get a little lucky once in a while, but, you know, it's, the great guitars are few and far between. That would be a good title for a video, right? Anyway, I love this guitar. And this has got tens on it too. But yeah, try to make more sequence scales. I'll try to warm up and do another video, but yeah, and if you really want to take a quantum leap, Guitar Ladder System 199 will really wake up your ear. All right, bye for now. Don't let the world looks really crazy right now, but don't let it blow you away. Keep positive. Keep the positive faith. The universe is still unfolding in time. The universe is perfect by design. You just got a bunch of assholes on the planet right now that don't realize we're all one. I say stamp an A on their forehead and ship them off to another planet. But anyway. Bottom line, folks, stay positive, keep the positive faith. The universe knows what it's doing, and life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, so we can grow and evolve and get to you know, new levels of unfoldment. Take care. Bye-bye.